This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Talk about, we talked a little bit about contact and how important contact is in football. And Byron Jones was asked about, well, hey, how is it facing Tua and all that? And he kind of, enlightened the folks and said, we're not hitting yet. Well, right now, you've got Bruce Arians and the Tampa Bay Bucks in their training camp, right? And Tom Brady is throwing all over the place right now, all of that good stuff. Bruce Arians was asked about where Tom Brady is in this whole thing. And it's interesting that he had a comment that kind of follows in the line of Byron Jones. Go ahead.
He's probably the least of my worries right now. He's where he needs to be. We need to get more live reps. Blocking and tackling. This game's a blocking and tackling game. 14 days to block and tackle. Is that enough? And I hate tackling ourselves. We don't want to low block ourselves, but we got to get ready to play a game. I think that's the biggest disadvantage is not being in pads and not playing fast. And Tom will get all his fast snaps in shorts starting tomorrow, and that will help. But it's a blocking and tackling game. It's a physical game.
And that is the biggest concern for coaches, for players. It's hard to sharpen your skills if you're not tackling people. And that's why you need the training camp. That's why you need the preseason games. And having said all that, the first month of the season is still kind of sloppy. They're still, because they hit less nowadays in the offseason. They used to hit a lot more, so you were more ready to start the season. Can you imagine this year with no mini camps, no training camp, no preseason? You're just going to have 2 weeks that is some kind of pseudo training camp, and you're going to be very careful throughout that process, and then you're going to start the season. They have never been more unprepared for an NFL season than they are right now. Bruce Arians, remember, Tom Brady can't move. He's a statue. And so this offensive line for the Bucs is not going to have a lot of hitting either. They're way more established than Miami's line, but it's still going to be, a little bit of a challenge for the Bucs and for everybody else. Defenses are going to be so ahead of offenses, especially lines that have not settled in and all that. That's going to be an issue for them, and they know it. And Bruce Arians knows that this is going to be a problem for him because he sees it, because the game is about hitting, man. And so that not so worried about throws, but worried about the physical aspect of the game. There's going to be a lot of mistakes made early on, man. And I don't even know if we'll get to the point of good football because the virus might end up taking over. That's the scary part.